to you, baby. Even electricity can't compare to what I feel when I'm with you.
It's been 5 years since Charlotte Tilbury launched her self-titled beauty range, transitioning from being an A-lister's go-to makeup artist to the woman in charge of a global beauty empire. From the Met Gala to the Oscars, fashion weeks across the globe to the Victoria's Secret catwalk, Charlotte and her team work tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure the world's biggest stars look camera-ready. Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Aniston, Penelope Cruz and Naomi Campbell are just some of the famous faces in Hollywood that love Charlotte Tilbury. She even counts supermodel Kate Moss as the godmother to her 2 children, Flynn and Valentine. And according to the woman herself, her success in the beauty industry was no accident.
Well, I'm so thrilled to be joined by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm actually overwhelmed sitting here in front of you and all your makeup, which is absolutely amazing. And you're back in Dublin.
Yes, I am back in Dublin. It's so nice to be back here. I love it. And I do feel always a little bit like, oh my God, I love the Irish so much. They're so much fun.
We love you.
Good crack.
We love you.
And they love beauty. They love beauty. Women love beauty here. And I'm almost half Irish.
You're almost half Irish?
Yeah, almost 40%. My grandmother was Irish.
That's good enough for us.
My father's got Irish, so anyway, I consider myself, when I come back here, I sort of think, I mean, look at me. I mean, the Irish genes came out in a big way.
Irish. Listen, we love it. And you've brought some amazing things to us as Irish women. You can tell as soon as you step off the plane. We love our makeup.
You
we
do,
love
and
to
I
wear
love
makeup.
that you love your makeup. That's why you're all so gorgeous. Exactly. Well, your beautiful DNA, but the beauty. You understand the power of makeup.
I think we like to cover up a lot. I don't think we're too gorgeous every Saturday morning. You love looking after your customers, which is why they absolutely love you.
I do, indeed. Well, that's what I love women, and I love beauty, and I love the power of it, and I love empowering women through beauty and makeup. And so that's really why I created this line. Why I created this line of makeup is sort of looking at women thinking, oh my God, if I could just, because I came from this very kind of VIP red carpet world where I was doing all the supermodels and all the celebrities for all the fashion shows in London, Paris, New York, Milan, and the red carpets for the Oscars and the Globes and the Met Ball and whatever. And I'm still doing it. But being able to kind of capture that and bottle it and putting it into bottles and then giving it to women, so sort of democratising makeup for all women to feel like they can all feel like the most beautiful versions of themselves.
We need all that. So we're going to take it back. Let's go way back.
Let's go way back.
Ready for this? When you first started actually, I guess, interacting with makeup or beauty products, do you remember that time?
Oh God, yeah. It's a very kind of seminal moment for me because I was 13 when I discovered. My mother was very glamorous, so she always wore lipstick and was always, she would lecture us at sort of age 6 and 7 about the powers of red lipstick and, look, it's how it would say it was instant glamour and, and kind of tell us about sort of, just one pot of face cream, a little black dress and a pair of heels and a bit of instant glamour would take you anywhere. But then when I went to boarding school when I was 13, I was there with all these kind of, fabulous English girls and they started to sort of, wearing makeup, and I got given this, instead of having a tuck box full of sweets
and stuff like
exactly that. I had this beauty editor friend of my parents, and they filled it up with makeup, and then I went to school with this huge box of makeup, and then sort of they started going through it, and sort of I think I was an early retailer. I was always selling it off to my friends. It was terrible. And then I discovered the power of mascara, and then I went back to Ibiza, which is where I was brought up. 3 months later, and I was wearing mascara, and I had this kind of very sort of, red hair, pale eyebrows, pale eyelashes. So I looked a little bit like Boris Becker without any makeup on. But then I put mascara on, and of course it really sort of gave me a lot of definition to my eyes, and really brought them out.
Yeah.
So when I went back there 3 months later, everyone was sort of like, oh my God, you're really attractive, and everyone. It was sort of going, oh my God, nothing's really changed apart from a pot of mascara, tube of mascara in 3 months.
Change a lot.
And I became more popular overnight, and the world reacted to me in a very different way. And at first I was a bit like, oh really, my whole life is going to change for, I mean, the better. It definitely kind of, it was like, right, this is kind of great being more popular, getting everything's a lot easier, whatever. I was a little bit disappointed at first, but then I just thought, you know what, actually, we all kind of judge ourselves. I judge myself, it's sort of, and actually I look in the mirror and I think, yeah, my eyes do look better. And if this sort of makes me feel better and everyone's kind of, reacting to me in a better way, then this is fantastic. I'm just going to run with this.
And you're celebrating 5 years now.
Yes, so 5 years.
What made you decide to kind of go and do your own brand? Because, you're working with a few brands. What was...
Yes, so I've got a long history of working with brands. So as well as being a makeup artist and doing all the fashion shows worldwide, and doing all the covers of Vogue and Vanity Fair and whatever magazine it is, I also was a creative director for Helena Rubinstein, so I used to create all the products for Helena Rubinstein, and then I did a little bit with Giorgio Armani, then I did a little bit, I did an Armani silk collection, and then I did some stuff with Alexander McQueen, a little mini collection with MAC, and then I did some stuff with My Face, and then I did all of Tom Ford's line of makeup with him, and then I did my own line.
Well, then you were like, listen, I need to see my name on something.
I need to see my own line, yeah, no, exactly. Well, I kept the best to last.
So what was your biggest challenge when it came to setting up your own brand? And what's your advice to people who want to do that?
You know, life constantly tells us you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go here, you can't. And I'm a real rule breaker. I'm like, I don't really understand the meaning of no. And you know, I'm always like, well, a no can become a yes. And it's just like, oh, negative can become a positive. I'm always like, you know, like just think about it differently. And I just think, so there are always ways, and I just think life sometimes challenges us, but maybe to kind of send us in another direction, but just to always stay positive and never get down, even when we have knocks or whatever it is.
And you always knew, just the way you were talking about when you were 13, you just knew that this was kind of your path.
And I think sometimes people like settle for things. They kind of go, oh, well, I had this dream, but I don't know if I can, or it's too difficult, da, 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 and they limit themselves, and then they just give up and they don't do it. And I think actually follow your dreams, because I think that anyone can achieve them, really. I think it's just that it's a mindset, and you know, and part of this brand is all about in that whole thing of if you look good, you feel good. You know, because a lot of people understand it with clothing, but they don't understand it so much with makeup. It's like, and I think the Irish, I know that they love the makeup, so they probably understand me a little bit better.
We really do understand.
But,
they're like,
you know, I think that putting on that kind of new dress, and you thinking, you just stand a bit taller, you feel a bit more fabulous, you walk into a room with your sort of shoulders back maybe a little bit more. If you think about it, it's more powerful with the face, because you could wear a black dress from 20 years ago or today and no one notices the difference, but your face.
You can't wear a 20-year-old makeup.
It's like,
that's
no,
for sure.
You can't. Thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
I came here with a broken heart that no one else could see. I drew a smile on my face to paper over me, but wounds heal.
Her latest product launch had a waiting list of more than 25,000 people, and she sells one Magic Away concealer every minute. So it's fair to say that it's not just the celebs who are loving what Charlotte Tilbury's doing. And 5 years ago, as Charlotte launched the brand, she wasn't letting anyone get in her way.
Now, did you ever have kind of doubters at the beginning? Like, did anyone say it's never going to work? You know, if you go out on your own, set up your own brand, it's never going to work.
I did have any doubts.
Did you just ignore them completely?
I had a very strong, by the time I did my brand, I had a very strong track record of being very successful. So it wasn't like I hadn't really missed a beat, thank God. But you know, from all the brands that I'd done, you know, and it was quite a long career before I had my own. I mean, it was sort of 20 years, or sort of, you know, almost 19 years before I set up my own brand. So I'd really kind of proven myself, and I actually very much wanted to do that beforehand. I wanted to work with all the biggest labs in the world, work with different houses, and really hone my trade, and then sort of, you know, feel like I could then go off and do my own thing.
So you've worked with so many amazing clients for years, and then you start up your own company, and you're 5 years into it. Is there a difference between the Charlotte then, before your own company, and now? Did much
I don't feel
change?
like I ever changed.
Really? So
no,
it's just...
I feel like I am always the same. I've never really been starstruck, I just am who I am. I'm just, what you see is what you get. I'm incredibly straightforward. And I love to have fun. I'm a bit naughty. I feel like I'm the same. I just,
straightforward.
Yeah, I think, I mean, maybe I've got even less time now, maybe, but somehow I eke time out. I don't know. I think you have to enjoy your life. You'll have to kind of like, you know, have fun, work hard, play hard.
Just a little bit of fun.
Work hard, play hard.
And when you came out with this, were your celebrity clients just thrilled?
So one of the products, actually, Magic Cream, started, so this gorgeous lady here, the Magic Cream. So this is the famous Magic Cream. This actually started through a need. Everything always starts through a need. Okay. So backstage, with all the celebrities coming off planes, supermodels, the exhausted skin from London, Paris, New York, Milan, you know, ravaged with kind of like, you know, they would have acne breakouts, or they would have like rosacea, or they would like just their skin would start really reacting, so much makeup on and off, so many late nights, all the rest of it. So I went to the labs and I was like, I need this cream, I need something really soothing, I need something that's going to hydrate, plump, and really turn around something, and in 28 seconds, because I have no time. They sort of almost like end up cornering me, going like, give me a bit, and then I was like, oh, do I, you know, I don't really, you know, and sort of any excuse to kind of not give it. Anyway, I dole out a tiny little bit in the pot, and then it became this thing. and it sort of went almost kind of like a viral whisper around the fashion industry and the kind of celebrities, and I ended up sort of doling out this kind of cream a little bit, sort of, you know, like to all these different people. And of course, then I was being paranoid that people, because it became this thing, and you know, that someone would copy it and steal it. It's a celebrity favourite. It's our #1 bestseller here at Brown Thomas. So it's really the most fantastic cream. In fact, I just, you know,
you don't even need sleep anymore with this thing, do you?
No, I tell you, this saves my life. You know, it really, really does. It's so fantastic. I'm just going, oh, never put enough magic cream on. Yeah.
So do you actually ever get time to chill out, relax, log off?
Log off, yeah, not as much as I should. Really not as much as I should, exactly. And not at the moment, but you know, but nothing that bit of magic eye rescue could fix. So this is like, these are, I mean, literally when you're kind of, you know, as tired as, I mean, I probably didn't have enough sleep last night, but this magic eye rescue is amazing. Really pop that around your eyes, and you know, I've got my instant dry sheet facial mask. I did this on the plane this morning coming over to Dublin.
I have to say, I did do this earlier.
Is amazing.
I didn't know how they worked.
So I found this amazing chemist in Canada who had come up with this thing called biomimetic vectors. So it's the only mask in the world that penetrates down to the 3rd layer of the epidermis. So it has these little kind of, so you have these intercellular walls, gaps, where your cells shrink as you get older, almost like cracks in the pavement. And this goes down and feeds the cell, plumps it out, and fills it in, and lifts. And so it's dry.
Yeah, so you put it on.
You put it on, and then it kind of, and it works, and then you take it off and you've got this plumped, lifted skin. It's amazing. And saves you, I mean, the amount of celebrities is hilarious. Like, put it on, and it sort of went viral when we first did it, because you do look a little bit like Hannibal Lecter when you put it on.
It's a bit terrifying, but it's fine.
But then, you know, the results are so amazing. That you just look so fantastic and plumped afterwards, and of course everyone was doing selfies with it, and it's really fun, actually. It's really amazing. So, and often when I'm in first class or in business, I'm always like handing them out to everyone, like, what is that? I need that, I need that.
You love it how I move you love it how I touch you.
She rose to fame as a makeup artist to the stars, and for Charlotte Tilbury, it's these women who have inspired her growing cosmetics line. From a lipstick created for Kim K.
This is a trick that silver screen sirens have kept to themselves for years, and we're now going to give it to all of you.
To an entire range of products inspired by Kate Moss.
She's one of my favourite faces in the world.
Charlotte's putting a little bit of the A-list in all of our makeup bags.
Well, we are back with Charlotte Tilbury, and Charlotte, I feel like because I have you here, everyone is just dying to find out some beauty tips.
Of course
they are. We have you here. Tell us your secrets.
Okay, so one product, this Magic Away. This is the magic wand of makeup. Now, this is incredible. This, I have to say, it's probably taken me 26 years to create my entire career.
Okay.
It's an amazing total coverage concealer that literally, it's like, oh, you know, give me a kind of, you know, give me a skin problem and I'll give you a solution. It's like, you know, if you've got rosacea, if you've got acne scarring, if you've got acne, any kind of dark circles,
and you just put it directly onto your face through that, or
like literally onto the face like that, under your eyes. And normally I use a slightly lighter one under my eyes and then around the rest of my face. But just to show you how incredible this is, see how quick that was?
This is a must-have for the general population.
Can you see the difference? I remember sort of showing a couple of men who don't really know much about makeup, and they were like, but that just doesn't look real. I went, perfect, done. That's it.
None of us do.
I've got it.
If I look real, then I'm...
A lot of the time, I'm all about stealing celebrity DNA and bottling it. So with...
whose DNA is in this bottle?
Let me just tell you, just guess. This one is called Hollywood Flawless Filter. So this was J-Lo in a bottle. So that J-Lo kind of, you know how she's always got that super starlet skin. I've worked with her a million times on album covers and, you know, Vogue covers and Vanity Fair covers and God knows what, and red carpet. A lot of people don't have that kind of Latin skin like her, so I was thinking, okay, let's create a complexion booster. So this is a complexion booster. It's not a foundation, but you put it on and it's almost like a filter, like this mega fabulous kind of glamorous megawatt filter for the face. Now, another one that came back is my, which is my Wonder Glow. Wonder Glow is Giselle in a jar. So that's Giselle Bunch from the Supermodel, always kind of looking at that kind of like, she would always have that Brazilian lit from within, very natural, breezy, golden goddessy, healthy glow. So this has a thing called hyaluronic acid, and it steals sunlight, re-emits it through the skin, soft focusing your lines and pores, and then it also has hyaluronic acid, so it also puts like a lot of the hydration back into your face when you're wearing it. And so this is for more like superstar lips, it's a bit more natural. So these are the two kind of filters for the face. And I mean, darling, we can do all day. And powder,
we'll just go through absolutely
like
everything on this table.
Yes,
Charlotte, you did mention a few celebrity names there.
Yes,
which I'm going to get a bit nosy about.
Yes, please
do.
So yes.
J-Lo.
Yes.
Is she as beautiful in real life?
Oh my God, she's so beautiful. It's just so annoying.
She just looks incredible. She's getting absolutely better with age.
She never ages. I mean, she's got that gorgeous Latin skin. It's just, you know, she's
okay. So we can confirm she is.
She is amazing.
Sorry, everyone out there. Giselle, is she?
Fun,
you're just going to say they're all amazing.
No, but I have to say they really are. They, you know, they really are good friends of mine, and we have a real laugh. Yeah. But talking of which,
speaking of
celebrities,
celebrity friends.
so these are my little celebrity friends that I have bottled and shrunk and put into a lipstick, and it all started actually with Kate Moss, who's a great friend of mine, and sort of thinking about her and sort of mixing this colour with concealer and loads of the beige and pinky lipsticks and whatever to kind of come up with this perfect colour that we couldn't find. Yeah. And then I did Nude Kate, and then I did Sexy Sienna for Sienna Miller, and then I did Very Victoria for Victoria Beckham, and then I did Kim KW for Kim Kardashian. And
they're like, name one after me, and you're like, relax, relax. What level do you have to reach to have something named after you?
Well, really, it's about a lot of it's very organic. It's about a lot of the amazing women I work with, and sort of looking at them and sort of thinking, you know, if it's Nicole Kidman, like we need that perfect sort of peachy, pinky kind of, and they can't find it, so we mix one up. They then wear it at the Oscars, and they wear it at the Grammys, and they wear it at the kind of, you know, and then you bottle it and give it to the world, and give it to everyone, and everyone can have a little bit of it.
Very well. It says, yes. It says perfect. So is there a celebrity that you haven't worked with, or have you worked with them all? Is there one that you'd love to work with?
I would love to do the Queen of England. Yeah, love to do the Queen of England.
That's
She's amazing.
Yeah. I love that, because you were awarded an MBE.
Yes, I have. Yes, well, exactly. I've been honoured, but I haven't actually received it yet. So I'm you know, I'm going to meet her and then I'm going to get her.
You're like, I'll only take it if you hand it to me personally, and we have some time to do your makeup.
No, my husband was like, please don't try and sell her a lipstick while you're doing her makeup. But I have actually named a lipstick after her called the Queen, in homage to her, for her last birthday. And we phoned her office and we said, oh, you know, we've done this, because looking back, she's so beautiful and kind of through her life, and she always wore fabulous lipsticks, and we've mixed one up and created it in homage to her. And actually it sold out. It's fantastic. And we turned up at the Vogue offices with corgis, and it went viral. So
one day,
fabulous.
Do you think you will?
Yeah, darling, watch this space.
Watch this space. There you go. I love that.
And yesterday, Charlotte finally did come face to face with the Queen to pick up her MBE. No word yet on whether she tried to sell the Queen a lipstick or not, though.
I always say what I'm feeling. I was born without a zip on my mouth. Sometimes I don't even mean it. It takes a little while to figure me out.
Now, in the list of beauty commandments, taking off your makeup before you go to bed is one we've heard all our lives. But beauty mogul Charlotte Tilbury has a different take on things.
Do you sleep with your makeup on?
I do. I sleep. Okay, so all the skin comes off, darling. Obviously, got to cleanse, got to kind of,
It's like I need to ask you this.
So no, it all gets washed off with my kind of multi-miracle glow, and my Genius Eye makeup remover, and then the magic cream. But then I have because you know my eyelashes are still very pale. I then put a little bit of my full fat lashes mascara on, and a little bit of my Barbarella Brown pencil. And because it's waterproof and it kind of doesn't budge. And so I put a little bit of that on, and then I go to bed with a bedroom eye. And I put a little bit of Legendary Brow on, and I put a little bit of Wonder Glow, because Wonder Glow has hyaluronic acid, and you can also, and Pretty Youth Glow.
Okay.
Because a Pretty Youth Glow, again, it's packed full of actives that just really, but it just gives you that pretty soft filter to your skin. And I just think, you know what, it makes me feel good. My husband keeps the mystery alive, darling. Satin negligee, a little bit of a bedroom eye, and then away you go.
Gorgeous, stunning. If Charlotte Tilbury can do it, you can all do it. So yes. What's involved then in your beauty regime in the morning? Then after that, like
then after, the bedroom eye comes off. Okay. And then we apply the day eye. Exactly, work eye. There we go, work eye. This is a hilarious story. So there was Stella McCartney, I was doing her fashion show, and I had done her makeup. Okay. And I was doing her makeup, and I'd given her kind of fabulous shoes that, you know, I'm known for the Tilbury eye. She left to go and film Ab Fab with Kate Moss, and she went in, and then Kate Moss saw her and she went, oh, I can't believe it. You've got a Tilbury eye and I've got a BBC eye on. She's furious because she'd been at the BBC and she didn't have me then. I'd gone and done, anyway, it was hilarious. It was just a hilarious moment. But
so celebrities actually know you just from looking at, like, know the makeup.
Yeah, know the makeup from looking at the eyes, yeah. I do, I know. Well, then you get signature looks, you're known for signature things.
I love that, though. Well, you do always come up with new innovations and things like that, which is always great.
Yes,
but is that difficult to kind of keep, you've got to innovate, is that difficult to keep the ideas flowing, or?
Do you know what? I have an idea a minute, and I think I have to kind of calm myself down. It's like, no, okay, well, Rome was not built in a day. And so sometimes I
think you would have built it in a day, Charlotte. I feel like you would have.
It's like, but you know, sometimes you get lucky. You innovate at the same time together, or there's a breakthrough, there's a molecule, there's a whatever. Sometimes you find an amazing scientist, and sometimes you have a dream that takes longer.
Okay.
But I always get there in the end.
Yeah, you seem to. Speaking of new products, is this the new palette?
This palette
Tell me about this.
Amazing. Actually, I'm wearing this palette. This is my kind of instant eye palette.
I'm actually wearing the palette too. We're both wearing the same.
Isn't it incredible? My whole thing is that I never want anyone to open up a palette and go, what do I do with this, right? So you've got 3 eyeshadows for 4 different looks. And so we're starting off with Love Eyes, and then you've got, oh God, this is Power Eyes, and then you've got Happy Eyes, and then you've got Confident Eyes. My niece said to me, I told you didn't make enough of those palettes, and it's gone nuts. It has literally, like, it's like our biggest day we've ever had on kind of charlottetilbury.com, and it's sort of, and you know, it's just, it's gone insane. So that's fantastic.
You seem to love absolutely every one of your products.
I do.
If I had to, if you had to choose one.
These are my babies. I could not. These are like literally like all my children.
I know some people who like some children more, so if you had to choose one.
Me. I can't do it. Don't do it. Torture me. I mean, obviously, I could. If I was on a desert island, you said, okay, like you have to. I couldn't be magic cream. I mean, I couldn't live without that.
Thank you so much for coming back to Ireland. Please come back to us.
Oh, I love being in Ireland. It's so much fun.
We won't know what to do without more makeup.
I know. I love that you love makeup. You're so gorgeous and fun, and you love life, and it's so much fun here.
Great. You have to remind us. We do actually. You're right. Yes. Charlotte, please come back, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Mwah.